There is fire on the mountain. Mahmood Yakubu is in serious trouble at the moment. This is what all Nigerians have been praying for, and that exactly is what is happening to Mahmood Yakubu right now. After all the shenanigans of Mahmood Yakubu in course of the election, the end of Mahmood Yakubu have finally come. Bola Ahmed Tinubu have finally come for Mahmood Yakubu. Nobody know what Mahmood Yakubu do to Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the early hour of today. Tinubu have vowed down to deal with Mahmood Yakubu, and the impeachment of Mahmood Yakubu is already ongoing. Trouble is coming for Mahmood Yakubu right now. A lot of people dare Tinubu to deal with Mahmood Yakubu. A lot of people dare Tinubu to impeach Mahmood Yakubu and all of that, or prosecute him. But Tinubu have finally come out now. Come and see how Tinubu and Akpabio disgrace Mahmood Yakubu in the general public. Come and see what is going on, obedient. We don't know what is happening in the APC camp now. There is fire on the mountain. There is a serious battle ongoing in Aso Rock chamber right now. Mahmood Yakubu, INEC chairman, is in trouble at the moment. Tinubu have finally come for him based on what happened in the course of the election. There's a disagreement and a misunderstanding. Come and see what is happening. Come and see what they are saying. Come and see what they want to do to Mahmood Yakubu. Come and see plan. But I would like guys to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, ensure you share it. Share it to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can't share it, just like it. Give it a thumb up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. We'll be stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG WATCH TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG WATCH TV. For those of you coming across the channel for the very first time, ensure you click the red subscription button appearing on your video screen, and do well to click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily notify you. A lot is happening in the political zone right now, and this is what a lot of Nigerians have been expecting to happen. A lot of Nigerians have been praying for this time to come, and the time has finally come. Trouble is already looming for Mahmood Yakubu, INEC chairman. INEC chairman is in total trouble right now because the shenanigans that he did in course of the election, he thought he can go away with it, but they have finally called his attention to it now. Tinubu have finally come for Mahmood Yakubu. Nobody know what happened between them because he worked in favor of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but something secret is happening that nobody knows. Something is fishing. Tinubu have finally vowed to deal with Mahmood Yakubu. Now they are already working on the impeachment of Mahmood Yakubu. Come and see what is going on. Come and see plan. You will see everything in this video. You will see what is going on. You will see how they disgrace Mahmood Yakubu, INEC chairman. Tinubu disgraced Mahmood Yakubu in the House of Assembly. You will see what is going on right now. A lot of people thought this day cannot come. A lot of people were thinking that Tinubu can never do this. A lot of people drag Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he preached Bawa of EFCC and all of that. The former EFCC chairman, Tinubu, he preached him and they dealt with him. A lot of things happened in course of that. They deal with Emefiele. Now it got to the turn of Mahmood Yakubu now. A lot of Nigerians have been expecting it. A lot of Nigerians have been expecting Caterpillar to pass through their middle so that they can separate, so that they can have misunderstanding, and the day have finally come. A lot of people dare Tinubu to impeach and prosecute Mahmood Yakubu as he did to Emefiele. Now Emefiele is in Kuje prison and all of that. A lot of people dare Tinubu to put Mahmood Yakubu in Kuje prison, but Tinubu have finally come out now. Things are happening right now. I would like guys to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, ensure you share it. Share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can't share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. It's normally news that in course of the election, there were a lot of things that go wrong. The election did not take place in many places, and the result came out. And in some places, underage voting began to take place, most especially in the northern region of Nigeria. Children are voting, and they're voting in favor of APC, and there are voters intimidation in different places. There were voters bullying, there were voter suppression, and they did not allow the vote of the people to count. Talks move out from different polling unit to polling unit, telling people that if you are not voting for APC, go back to your house. If you know that you are voting for Labour Party, go back to your house. It is only APC voters that will vote in this place. And police were there in different polling units there. They were not doing anything. Nothing has been done. We believe that they got an order from above not to operate and all of that. talk hijack all the process of the election. And at the end of the day, Mahmood Yakubu came out before 4 p.m. and announced Tinubu as a winner of the election. A lot of people were thinking that nothing will happen because the man said it in course of the election. Mahmood Yakubu said, he said, if you are not okay with the electoral process and all of that, go to court and all of that, not knowing that they have already planned the court issue, they are planned with the judiciary and all of that. But Mahmood Yakubu trouble have finally come. And adage says that all day for the thief and one day for the owner. You know, Mahmood Yakubu committed a lot of atrocities in course of all that governorship election, the gubernatorial elections in Bayelsa, in Kogi, in everywhere. He did a lot of things. In Lagos State, Mahmood Yakubu did a lot of things. He made the vote of the people not to count. He sold the vote of the people to the highest bidder. He did a lot of shenanigans, and everything works in favor of APC because it is obvious that APC is the winner of all the elections and all of that. And you know, it's not more the news that Nigeria gave Mahmood Yakubu 200 and something billion naira to conduct the election. And Mahmood Yakubu moved from different media houses to media houses, and he goes to international communities and he made the pledge that nothing will suffer in this election, that the election will be free and fair and it will be a credible election. A lot of people move out in mass even in their inconvenience, and they went out to vote and all of that. But it's very painful and it's very sad. It is so lugubrious that Mahmood Yakubu made the effort of these people to be useless. He did not allow the vote of the people to count. You know, all these things is no more in news. We all know all these things that Mahmood Yakubu, INEC chairman, did in Nigeria in collaboration with APC people and all of that. And at the end of the day, Mahmood Yakubu came out and tell us that there was a glitch that took place. They asked him the question then, which of the glitch took place? Is it a human glitch or a technological glitch? Let us know. This guy never come out to tell us the precise glitch till now that take place. This guy did not tell Nigerians the kind of glitch that took place, so that we know, because he can't tell us that it's a human glitch because we know the person that orchestrated the glitch. We know the people that are behind it. Maybe they are the engineers in the INEC office and all of that, in the INEC technological room. Maybe it is the engineer that the fault come from, or maybe it is a technological glitch. Maybe it's a machine glitch, so that INEC chairman can lie based on the Beavers machine that he bought, because they said the Beavers is not working fine and all of that. And this is the Beavers that will release 200 and something billion naira for INEC chairman to buy and all of that. And even the international communities gave this guy billions of naira to conduct a free and fair election for Nigeria, a credible election. But this guy did his own thing. He sell the vote, he sell everything to the highest bidder. Now they have finally come for him. We do not know what Mahmood Yakubu do to APC people at the moment. We do not know what Mahmood Yakubu do to Akpabio and Tinubu at the moment. The two of them want to impeach Mahmood Yakubu. You will see everything in this video. Mahmood Yakubu is in serious trouble. What they did to Emefiele, that is what they want to do to this guy now. And a lot of Nigerians have been praying for all this. Mahmood Yakubu will confess everything, because I know that if they should lay a single finger on him, he will confess everything that happened, who really won the election and all of that. You will see everything. Mahmood Yakubu will see. Come and see the way they disgrace Mahmood Yakubu in this place. They disgrace him as if he's nothing and all of that. You will see everything in this video. Mahmood Yakubu is in serious trouble. Stay connected. I'm coming back again.
I just want Nigerians to know that the renewed hope agenda is real. The renewed hope agenda is real. Where we are today was not caused by the present administration. We are talking about years of rot and misdirection of government. And even as you are seated in this hall, people are not aware of the quantum debt that you inherited, the deep hole that you inherited, because you've decided to keep quiet to see how you can do your best to fill it up to a level where you will now start achieving something. There with Nigeria, we are owing trillions and trillions of debts. I give you only one example of a parasita. I was Minister of Niger Delta, sir. The NDDC under me abandoned 1,400 and something projects. This one will start and stop. This one will start and stop. This one will start and stop. So when he mentioned that Nigeria has about 1,600 abandoned projects, it means that 1,400 are in the Niger Delta. That's the truth. And if you are talking about indebtedness, they are owing 1.9 trillion to contractors. So when people bring papers and say, oh, I have not been able to get my money in 11 years, I say, how much? They say, I'm being owed 2 billion. I say, it is actually 1.9 trillion that we need to even clear. Nobody will remember you. It's too small. My uncle warned me and said, God's will, if somebody slaps you while going to secondary school in Port Harcourt. Slap the person back, don't leave it for God. Because on that day when we get to heaven, there will be so many things for God to judge that he may forget that somebody actually slapped you. So those who are being old should know that Nigeria is in the indebtedness in Nigeria is such that if you are being owed small amount, don't go to the president, don't come to me, because we have enough debts to think of. So because of that, I became a tough boy. So if you slap me, I slap you back, because my uncle said, don't leave it for God, because I don't want that part to be forgotten when we get to paradise. So I want to thank the organizers for this colloquium, of course intended to rejig not just the memories of what we know already, that this government is a corrective government. I have already said the centerpiece of our legislative agenda, which my brother, the Speaker of the House, launched the other day, is nothing but people-centered. Ours is to think of the people of Nigeria that gave us this enormous responsibility and such a rare privilege for us to look into their affairs. I come from a traditional institution. When the white people came and they could not find emirs and obas in the southeast, combined then with south-south, they picked strong people who were administering their localities well. And my grandfather, the father of my father, Akpabio, was installed a warrant chief in 1901. He made sure that his domain, though he had these people wearing khaki up and down and all that, he had like a court, they used to sit in what they call NA, Native Authority, but he did very well and there was peace. Even if a goat strayed from somebody's house, and they would take the goat back to him in the evening, he would send the village on to drum around and ask somebody, are you missing your goat? But I know that by the time I got to secondary school, if somebody's goat should stray into Federal Government College, that goat, that goat will find his way into a pail in the bush already being cooked as pepper soup. So the question is that Nigerians have somehow lost values. And they say in the computer, they say garbage in, garbage out. It is what we put in our children that they will display outside. So the degeneration of the ethos of the society is probably what led us to where we are today. So looking at the hall today, I will say the President of Nigeria, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, chosen by the people of Nigeria, elected by the people of Nigeria, even from the lead speaker, INEC owes you a lot of explanations. Because he pointed out that nobody should ask you a question as to how you won your election. That wasn't a problem between you, and some people still believe Peter Obi, whereas Peter Obi was third. So I think people tend to think that the party that came second was PDP. No, PDP went down, down, down. I think the issue actually, I think Peter Obi was third. Am I right? So why do people think that Labour did well? How could they have done well when they were third? They were third. Labour was third. So when they say, okay, don't ask the president a question, don't ask Peter Obi, they seem to forget that the person who actually contested and took second was His Excellency ATIKU. If everybody forgets him, I won't forget him. Because he was Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and he took second in that election. So INEC, from what the elite speaker has said, must explain to us how you will lose election in Lagos during the presidential election. And Lagos is your base. And like Mr. Fowler was trying to explain, the policies you put in place in Lagos is what has made Lagos the biggest growing economy in West Africa for a city. The biggest. He was trying to point out that even in terms of revenue generation, you made 600 million a month. But by the time you met the internally generated revenue autonomous, you brought in autonomy that even the House of Assembly did not understand when you said they must become autonomous. You were now able to put the parameters in place that today Lagos is getting almost 59 billion a month. Is it not possible for Nigeria? So whatever we are hearing today is not new. It's the fact that you have the right set of people to implement. You have a senator as president, you have a senator as vice president, and you have a senator as senate president, and a former governor for that matter. So I'm happy that you have listened. I've taken notes for you, and I will come to the villa so that we discuss all the issues that have been laid out today. So, our dear president, in fact, one of the other explanations that INEC will make to you is how we will win all the federal house seats in Ebonyi State. And we won the 3 Senate seats in Ebonyi State, and they said that you did not get 25%. APC won all the federal house seats, national chairman of the party. APC won all the federal house seats in Ebonyi State. We also won the 3 Senate seats in Ebonyi State. But in the final count for you, they said you didn't get 25%. So how did we win all those seats? And they gave out 350-something thousand votes to Labour Party, even though it did not help them. So I can't, but I sat down there, I was, my mind was saying that myself and the chairman of the Constitutional Review, Barao, must go back to discuss these papers. And I hope that our dear senior advocate of Nigeria, Olisa Abakoba, will give us a written paper. If you don't give us, we'll transcribe from what we have recorded here. But we would like a written paper to discuss. Because this is the kind of paper that will stimulate the mind of Professor Ozekome. Ozekome, stand up, let the president know you are here and you were listening. I thank you. So in reality, sir, we have achieved the essence of our meeting here. First, this is a national gathering. The president is here. The Speaker of the House is here. The national chairman of the party that requires explanation from INEC is sitting here. You do require explanation. Because I actually listened very well. Mr. President, in the legal terminology, what they were saying is that we should shift the burden of proof from the person who won the election to the person who conducted the election. Because in spite of all your losses, in spite of the fact that you won Ebonyi State hands down, I don't think they gave you 15%. That's the truth. In spite of all your efforts to turn around the economy of the Southwest, particularly Lagos, they said in the general election, conducted the same day, that you did not win Lagos. So that's what he was saying. I think that has worried a lot of legal minds, that they must explain to you whether somebody was intentionally trying to cheat you from becoming president of Nigeria, but God did not allow it. So, the Deputy Senate President, my brother, the Deputy Speaker, distinguished leaders of the National Assembly, whilst respecting the ministers and others and other protocols, I must pay tribute to my royal fathers who are here. From the Emir of Kano, to the Emir of Gazaure, to His Royal Highness the Sunupe, and even to the other Highness, the minority leader of the Senate, who is sitting there, crossing his leg, Abba Moro. I hope you listen. This discussion and our takeaway from here is for us to go and implement. My distinguished colleagues and House of Reps members and all Nigerians. Well, sir, I had a paper to deliver, but when I saw the speech extempo delivered by the very brilliant mind, Olisa Abakoba, I decided to drop my paper, so that it would not look as if I cannot also do the same. Because he said he's 70 and I'm 61. Who should remember more? So I'm the one that should remember more. And that is the way Anywhere you go to, Nigerians will rush. They will try to touch your clothes because that is the same way you are respected in Lagos and globally. The very first day that you took your steps into ECOWAS, in spite of the fact that the Anglophone countries are few, and then the Francophone countries are more, they collectively asked the question. Some of them were asking in French. Nous appelons Tinubu, Asiwaju. And many of them said, he is the one. They said, then if he's the one, let him be chairman of ECOWAS. We need change in West Africa. And you were confused, you became chairman. So I want to start by congratulating you for that. That you will take bold decisions to change Nigeria. There is no doubt about that. That the National Assembly is behind you. There is no doubt about that either. Let me be honest with you, sir. You are the first president under democracy to step out there and signify your interest and say, look, I believe this man is capable of doing that job. His Excellency goes with Akpabio. And people started opposing. They were not opposing me. They know that I'm capable. But the mere fact that it was you who also said, I support, and the party said, I support, they said, no, we must oppose this man. But eventually, as usual, destiny cannot be changed. And so I won. And I ran straight to your office. It is not that the National Assembly is going to be an appendage of the executive. No. It is the fact that he is the first president to get it right. And he got it right in Lagos because he brought the best brains to work with him. And that is what Nigeria needs. The right people who can think. I thank my brother, when he was talking, he talked about the Federal Inland Revenue Service. And he said he spoke to his brother, Zach. He's talking about your new chairman, that you gave the opportunity, and we cleared in the Senate. That boy is very brilliant. He's going to deliver on the reformation we are talking about in the revenue sector in this country. We need the revenue to do all the things we are talking about now. Nobody has any doubt as to the integrity of your national security advisor. Nobody. Even when he was chairman of the FCC. So his presence here, and so far the calm that has returned, is evidence of the fact that, yes, indeed, you are also getting it right in that sector. There is no country you've been to that investors are not rushing to meet you. And some that couldn't see you in Saudi Arabia ended up in my office. I told them that I'm small P. You call me small P. Small president. I'm not president of Nigeria, please. He's there in the villa. They said we can't get to him. We are bringing $5.something billion. I said, no, it's too much for me. Dollars? And they said, yes. I said, I'll take you to him. So I'll bring many of them to you. But let's not talk much about corruption. In 1959, even when the colonial masters created Nigeria, the handing over note included the fact that one of the problems of Nigeria was corruption. In 1959, before independence. In 1959. So if somebody comes here to talk and says that government is not doing the right thing, government is corrupt, no, it started before independence, before Nigeria was born. Well, maybe I shouldn't talk much. His Royal Majesty is shaking his head because he has an idea of what I'm saying. He must have seen the paper. You know, if we didn't meet like this, we will not raise a lot of issues. We've taken notes that we should unbundle INEC. I also believe that we should indeed revamp the Electoral Act. We've taken note that we should try to involve our traditional rulers in security, particularly in the governance of our various domains. We give so much respect to them, but we have not given them any piece of authority to administer. I think that's an area that we'll also look into. We've taken note of the fact that most of the colonial laws are still in existence by virtue of the constitution that was given to us. We've also taken note of the fact that even military edicts and decrees are still inside our laws. We will be working on those things. But my advice always to Nigerians is that in 1914, when Lord Lugard decided to amalgamate the southern and northern protectorates to form what we call Niger area, which we now abbreviate to Nigeria. Because I think that was what the wife was trying to say. The wife said, why don't you just name it Niger area? Because of River Niger. So other people who couldn't say Niger area now decided to call us Nigeria. We must be our brothers' keepers. We must realize that there are problems on the ground. We cannot do blame game now. So when the lead speaker came, he went straight into what he says are solutions. But the solutions left a lot of gaps, which I would not want to. I'll meet him privately to explain. The aspect of bringing senior legal minds to be judges was recently discussed at the judges conference, and it wasn't met with acclamation. They felt that most of the senior advocates of Nigeria are flying around Nigeria in their private jets, that they chose to go into money making instead of going into the bench to give judgments. That how will somebody who is flying in the private jet come now to come and collect salary? That it may compound the problem of corruption in the judiciary. So I just want you to take it away. That even to fuel the private jet, to fly around after you have been appointed into the bench, that it may be a problem. Well, Mr. President, that's just what we shall discuss that at the National Assembly. Mr. Speaker, please note that. So maybe we can think of those who did not charge us too much during election matters. Because if you are used to collecting $1 million, $2 million from one person whose salary and emoluments in 4 years may not get up to 100 million, and you are charging him $1 million, that is in today's amount, that is 1.05 billion. Where will he get that money from? Then you now come into the judiciary, and then you realize that you are now going to be managing something in the region of maybe ₦1 million in a month, or if it's like my salary, yesterday I was told 511,000 naira a month, and Mr. President may not even earn up to 2 million naira. So the person will get dissatisfied because that amount cannot buy the fuel that he needs for his private jet. His life has to come down drastically. It may be like jumping from a 13-story building to the floor. They may not function well out of dissatisfaction. But we'll look at it and see how we can find some who have been charging us moderately whenever we call on them. So, Mr. President, he talked about economic governance, and I'm happy. But he mentioned something interesting, devolution of powers. I've always believed in that. There is need for us to look at the Constitution and devolve some powers to the states. And we also believe, I believe strongly too, that there is need for us to unbundle the federal government. That means if you are having 800 parastatals, we are more or less duplicating functions. There are some director generals and executive secretaries of certain parastatals who are far more important than the minister. In fact, if you go to function, people troop to the person. Okay, just compare me, Senate President, with my brother, Kyari, the GMD or so of NNPC now. Who would they look for outside more? Is it me or him?
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can hear what Akpabio said in this video. They are finally mean Mahmood Yakubu. That is why they are tabling the matter in a place where they are not supposed to table it. You can see how they try to disgrace Peter Obi. Akpabio was making a speech trying to impress Tinubu and all of that are seated there. But he tried to impress them and he was talking. You can hear what he said. He was referring to those people that did the presidential election announced with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He was referring to ATIKU Abubakar, Peter Obi, and Tinubu himself. He said, why is it that the Peter Obi that came third? Why is it that it is he that people are reckoning with as their president? Why is it that it is Peter Obi that people used to call their president, my president, my president? They don't used to call Tinubu their president like that. If you should go to international communities, if you should see Nigerians in the diaspora, they always refer to Peter Obi as their president. You will hardly see one person referring to Tinubu as their president outside Nigeria. You will see all these things. Now, Akpabio was trying to address it. They said, is it that same Peter Obi that came third that people are now thinking that is the winner of the election? Akpabio himself know the truth. You know, he can't just say the truth in that kind of environment. All these people know the truth. Akpabio was saying it that, is it that they are seeing Peter Obi as their president, but they are not seeing Tinubu as their president? Even the ATIKU that came second, according to the statement of Akpabio, he said the ATIKU that even came second, that they are not even referring to ATIKU as their president and all of that. You can see what he's saying. He said INEC need to answer some questions. INEC need to answer some questions that Nigerians are asking, because he said Tinubu is not supposed to lose his state, which is Lagos State, to Peter Obi. If you should look at the election very well, INEC chairman allocated the votes in Lagos State very well, to the extent that he gave Peter Obi 570,000 votes and he gave Tinubu the same 570,000 votes, very close to Peter Obi's own. The margin is not wide. That is what INEC chairman allocated. Now they want to ask him questions as if they are not the one that tell him to allocate it. Now these people are trying to play games. A lot of people are coming to social media after this video. They go into different social media platforms and they begin to agitate. They begin to express and articulate their feeling regarding the comment of Akpabio. Some said Akpabio is just trying to disgrace himself when he was trying to disgrace Peter Obi, that he disgraced himself totally. And some said Akpabio confessed to the fact that it was Peter Obi that won the election. And some said Akpabio and Tinubu, they are just playing their game. They know that 2027 is at the corner. That is why they want to impress Nigerians. They want to do as if they did not know what is going on. They want to do as if they did not involve themselves in what INEC chairman did in course of the election. They want to act plain and they want to act smart. They want to remove Mahmood Yakubu. They want to impeach him before 2027, so that they will put a new INEC chairman, and that new INEC chairman will come out again and begin to make his own pledge that the election will be free and fair, that people should come out to vote, that it won't be like Mahmood Yakubu's time and all of that, not knowing that this is a new Yakubu. Now this thing is what they are trying to do. They are trying to play the game in the extent that, because a lot of Nigerians have relent. A lot of Nigerians have said that they are no more voting in this country again. A lot of Nigerians have said that democracy cannot work in this country, and a lot of Nigerians have said that if INEC is not dissolved, if INEC chairman is not being impeached and prosecuted, that they are not going to vote in this country again. And that is the gameplay that is going on right now. And Tinubu already know all these things. That is why they are trying to impeach Mahmood Yakubu. They want to table out Mahmood Yakubu matter, so that the people will feel like, oh, Tinubu did not know anything about it, and the Tinubu and his APC people are in the side of the people, that Mahmood Yakubu is on his own, that they don't know about the shenanigans that Mahmoud did in course of the election that announced Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. They will now pretending as if they don't know, so that if they should put a new INEC chairman, the hope of the people will rise again, and they will be aspiring to vote in 2027 again. And when 2027 comes, they cast their vote, and the same gameplay that happened, the same thing that happened, the same thing that Mahmood Yakubu did, that is what the new INEC chairman is going to do. This is a game that these people want to play. This is what a lot of people have been saying online, that these people are trying to play a game. It's not that they really want to deal with Mahmood Yakubu, that they are trying to play politics there. They are trying to do something. You can hear Akpabio hammering it and saying it repetitively, that Mahmood Yakubu needs to answer some questions, that he needs to answer some questions regarding how Tinubu lost Lagos State, and regarding some things, regarding how Tinubu did not have 25% votes in Abuja and all of that. That Mahmood Yakubu needs to answer all those questions. So these people are mapping their plans, and they are playing this their game in such a way that people will not have a single trace. They are playing this their game in such a way that they will not have any mistake and all of that. Now 2027 is coming and is at the corner. It's coming, whether we like it or not. We will get to that 2027. Are they going to put a new INEC chairman? Are they really going to prosecute Mahmood Yakubu the way they prosecuted Emefiele, the former governor of the CBN? And are they going to deal with Mahmood Yakubu the way they deal with Bawa, the former EFCC chairman that was corrupt? Now this thing is out there. A lot of people are daring Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They have been daring Tinubu. They said if truly Tinubu can prosecute Mahmood Yakubu and bring him to book, and the secret of everything that happened because of the election come out, and they come out plain, and everything was made known to the general public, how they allocated the vote and all of that. They said that is when they will accept Tinubu as a president. That is when they will say that Tinubu did not know anything about all these things. That is when they will be loyal and be respectful disrespectful to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A lot of people have been daring Tinubu to arrest Mahmood Yakubu, prosecute him, and put him in Kuje prison as he did to Emefiele. So that is what a lot of Nigerians are waiting for. Can Tinubu really put Mahmood Yakubu in Kuje prison? Is everywhere not going to scatter? Is Aso Rock chamber not going to burn off? Is things not going to come out? Is the secret that they have been cooking in time past, is it not going to be unveiled? These are the questions that are out there. So I'd like guys to drop opinion in the comment section of this video. Do you really think they can deal with Mahmood Yakubu as Akpabio have been hammering it? Drop opinion in the comment section of this video. As I'm going to get on that thing for you. Ensure you follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG WATCH TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG WATCH TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, all the while you waiting for church.